Welcome to Mind to Market Media. I'm Charles Lawson, and today we're doing a Know Your Gem Dealer. I'm here with my friend Chai. Sorry, I can't quite get your last name. You have to say your full name for the camera if you can.
It's the Chaiwat Bongchindawes, or Chai for short.
Great, lovely to have you here. How long have you been in the gem industry for?
Ooh. About 15 years.
15 years?
15 years, right after I graduated.
Okay, and what made you decide to get into the gem industry?
It's a family business. So my family's been doing this for the last 30 years, and I just continue.
Okay, so was your father the first one to do it, or?
Yeah.
Okay, and before that there was no gem dealing, but your father was the first one?
Yes, he was, yeah.
Okay, and based in Thailand as well?
Based in Thailand, yes.
Okay, now the business is also based in Thailand?
Yep, in Bangkok and Chantaburi.
Okay, so you have two offices now?
Yeah, Chantaburi is where we do the manufacturing, and we sell in Bangkok.
Ah, very nice. So, as we can see here, my next question would have been, do you specialize in any gems? And I think it's pretty obvious from what we can see here that you definitely do. So what have we got here for the people listening?
We've got Ruby here.
And this is all single origin as well?
To be specific, this is Ruby from Burma or Myanmar. Burmese Ruby, basically.
Okay, so it was your father who decided to specialize in Ruby, or did that come along later?
Yeah, we've always been doing Ruby since the beginning.
And always from Burma, or do you sometimes mix?
Always from Burma.
So you wouldn't sell anything else? Like you wouldn't sell Mozambique or?
We have some Mozambique.
You have some Mozambique?
We have some Mozambique.
But mainly what you specialize is
mainly in Burma.
So
because our friends are from Burma, we have our contacts in Burma.
And it's so close, just over the border?
And it's easier to just continue your relation. We had past relationship, and it's just easier to continue relationship with the people you already knew. So.
Well, I think it's such an important thing with the gem trade is building good relationships, and it always takes such a long time to get a really good relationship as well. You can't just walk in and expect to get the best pieces.
It would be a shame to say like, okay, I'm not doing any more Burmese. I do Mozambique.
So there is some nice material coming out of Mozambique, though, I guess.
Indeed, very nice.
More well priced, maybe, but maybe not quite.
Maybe, but I wouldn't say more well priced.
Well, I don't know if you saw the big 101 carat ruby they just found. The Fura just found in Mozambique. That was a big one.
I read the article.
That's one. I'd love to see that one. Cool. All right. Well, we know what you specialize in. So, I mean, of the rubies that you sell, what would you say has been like the best selling part of your stock for 2022? Like, what are you selling the most of?
We've been selling ruby, and what we specialize in is the calibrated size ruby. So what that means is ruby which has been cut into a specific size. So obviously our customer would be obviously jeweler or manufacturer who sets ruby in their jewelry, and it's easier for them to make specific size, to make specific jewelry with well-calibrated pieces. Well-calibrated piece, so it's easier for them to buy the ruby with the correct size, and then they can just put it in.
So I guess on that note, you guys do all your own cutting, don't you?
Yeah.
And is that done in Bangkok, or is that done in Chantaburi?
In Chantaburi.
Okay. So, and do you do your heating yourself as well, or is that okay? So like everything from the rough to the finish.
Yes. Maybe you can go to Chantaburi sometime.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Like I think I mentioned to you the other day, I'm actually looking for someone to heat treat a small parcel of Mongshu ruby that I've had sitting around since 2014. So they've been sitting on the shelf a long time, but it's not an easy thing to find somebody who's willing just to heat a small batch, let alone somebody who knows how to heat the specific regions. Like maybe you can tell me more about this, but from what I've heard, you have to be quite specialized in that region. Like if you were good at heating Mongshu ruby, you might not be good at heating.
Yes, that's correct.
The Mozambique ruby.
You can mess it up, and
so that's
not good.
And a good ruby, you don't want to mess that up.
No.
Are there any? I mean, for you, you're only really dealing just purely in ruby. But is there? So what I would normally ask is if there's anything that's in short supply for you, but given it's only one stone, is there any variety within ruby that you're having trouble getting these days? Like, is there anything that's in short supply?
The finer qualities are becoming harder and harder to come by. And by better
In
quality.
all sizes, or?
By better quality, I mean, yeah, better grade in all sizes, yes. Especially the big sizes, obviously. Those are quite rare these days.
So for example, like what sort of range have we got here? Like these look quite nice and bright in there. Like what would that be compared to something like that in terms of grade?
Yeah, I brought this for you to see and the audience to see. Like I have from here
Move the special one out the way.
I have from here the commercial quality to the very best quality.
Yeah, I can definitely see, I think because the lights that are coming in, you can see those little glints of red coming through some and not so much in others.
Yeah, and a big bag for the commercial quality, right?
Yeah. So this would be commercial quality, this would be...
I mean, like, this is the same size, they're the same size, and obviously you can see the difference.
Yeah, well, very, very big difference in that one.
Yeah, so usually, like, when someone asks me, like, can you tell me the difference between a good quality and a bad quality?
What you see is
like
what
a
you get.
lower quality ruby. I just show them this and they say like, yeah, just.
So in these
what
calibrated
you see is
sizes, would you get any more fine than that, or would they generally like there's like when they get better quality than that, generally it's more like free size for the single pieces?
The thing with ruby is you think what you have in your hand is very nice until you see something nicer.
That's definitely true. I have had that happen to me more than once. It's all about perspective, I guess, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well, no, there's definitely a good little selection there. At this time in the market, what would you say is like the best value at the moment? Like in stones that you're dealing with, what's the best value stone for you?
That's a pretty difficult question.
Like something that you have a lot of, and that is now it's a good time to be buying this particular.
It's always a good time to buy better grade. Better grade always hold its value, and nowadays it just keep going up and up. And by better grade, I mean something like this puzzle here, where the color is nice red, bright, good luster. And those tend to go up in value in the long run, whereas the lower one I think it will go up, but not so much.
Yeah, I guess it kind of goes down to that sort of rule of thumb where if there's nothing to complain about, then there's nothing to complain about. So if you have a really good quality stone, then there's gonna be less bargaining. It's like that's the stone, that's the quality.
Yeah, and it's also the matter of rarity.
Yeah.
Obviously.
What would you say you think might be another big trend that might happen? Like, can you see any trends within gemstones on the horizon? Like, what do you think will be the next big thing? Doesn't have to be with rubies, but just in the gem industry.
The next big thing, I mean, well, before we have always had the big four, right? The ruby, sapphire, emerald, and diamond, and the past few years, I believe, we have seen a new material coming up. We see spinel, we see tourmaline, paraiba, and those are all going up in prices and popularity. So the next spinels come a long way.
True, yeah, spinel.
Paraibas come a long way. The next big thing, what do you think?
Well, grey spinel has been coming up a little bit. I think some of these neutral tones and that sort of thing.
Grey spinel, really?
Grey spinel, yeah, like stuff like this sort of color, like pure. It has to be like completely absent of color, because it's not hard to find one that's a little bit blue, a little bit pink, but finding pure lack of.
I have one, I think, in my stock.
Oh, there you go.
I just bought it like oh my god, many years back, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people did that. Like they just bought it because like, okay, there's a literally completely grey gemstone. It was such a strange thing to see. But that might be one of my picks, I think, for up and coming. But we'll see. The last question I'd like to ask you is maybe an obvious one, maybe not. But what would be? And this is kind of like asking what's your favorite child. But what is your favorite gem, or do you have a favorite gem?
My favorite gem is ruby.
Well, that's the obvious one. But what is there a close second place? Is it always just ruby for you?
Blue sapphires.
Blue sapphires.
Blue sapphires.
So keeping in those big three, that big four.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in today, Chai.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure. I love what I see here. There must be thousands of gemstones there, which is very cool. Chai is based in Bangkok, and they usually do a trade, but they might be able to do some more work with whoever wants to buy from them. This is their contact details down below, so if you'd like what you see, drop them a line and then see what they can do for you to help you. And thank you very much for joining us. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you can, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.